Hello, you guys. Welcome to Club today. Happy Thursday. On the agenda, we have yoga with Cam and cooking club with me. I'm going to teach you guys how to do a fun DIY copycat recipe that's super yummy. So make sure you watch it. And you can even make it and eat it afterwards too. So just as a reminder for virtual programming, during the summer, we're still going to be giving away prizes every virtual programming day. And so virtual programming days are going to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And on these days, when you tune in for every activity that you do with us, send us a picture. So for instance, today, yoga with Cam, take a picture of you doing a yoga pose and send it to royteen@bgcweaverdavis.org. And then if you do cooking club today as well, take a picture of the final product of what it is you make and send it to royteen@bgcweaverdavis.org. And you'll be entered automatically to win a really cool prize for that day. And we kept and bought more of the same prizes that we did in the school year, but we got even more, you guys. These are some really good prizes. I promise you're gonna love them. And so the more, activities that you participate in, the more chances you'll have to win. So today, if you do both activities, you're gonna be entered in to win 2 times. If there's 3 activities for that day and you do all 3, guess what? You're gonna be entered in to win 3 times. So you have a much greater chance of winning a prize. So make sure you tune in to virtual programming every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And there's a really good chance you're gonna win an awesome prize.
Alright, what's up guys? So today for the workout, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I got yoga for you guys today. So what we're going to do, we're just going to run through this yoga exercise, and same like the last one, if you want to get a full 60 minutes in this, just replay the video and do it over again. It's not going to be the 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off format. We're just going to be going for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute on each leg, or 1 minute on each side, either way. Before I start though, I just want to let you guys know that if you send a video or a picture of yourself doing the workout to royteen@bgcweaverdavis.org, then you'll be entered to win a prize. Alright, let's get started. So I got a timer in front of me, so you don't have to worry about that. But for the most part, it'll just be 30 seconds to 2 minutes in that range. It won't be too long per exercise. So we're going to start off sitting on the ground. So we're going to start with the seated cat pose, or cat and cow pose, either way. What you do is you're going to cross your legs. Whatever leg is more comfortable, so you can have your left leg on top, or you can have your right leg on top. For me, it's my left leg that's on top. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to push your tummy in, and then pull your back out, like that. And then reverse it, and then arc your back and push your chest out. So I got the timer going right here. Okay, so we're just gonna do this for 1 minute. And remember, you guys want to keep having deep breaths, so just breathe in, and then exhale. Breathe in, and then exhale. And it's okay to let your head kind of dangle when you exhale out. And remember, when you're doing yoga, make sure that you're pushing yourself hard enough that you can feel the stretch, but not too hard so you don't hurt yourself. And if you're starting to hurt, stop. Don't want to push yourself too hard. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a seated half moon pose. So you're going to be in the same sitting position. Instead, you're just going to be, you can have your arm out to the side, a little bit closer in. I like how mine just a little bit out to the side. Let that kind of support you, and then just simply go across. And then do the same thing on the opposite side. So, I think you're ready to go again. So remember, just to the side, kind of raise your arm to the other side, let your head kind of dangle. 1 minute on each side. Remember, just keeping your arm kind of at like a half moon pose. You can also try to lean down a little bit more if you want to get a better stretch on your side. So just instead of having your arm straight out, kind of tuck it in like that. Just remember to be breathing. So it's deep breath in and out. Okay, and we'll switch sides. So, guys, you can move on to the next one. So the next one is a seated spinal twist. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna have we're gonna start with our left arm onto our right knee, and then simply just put your hand on put your right hand behind your back to support yourself, and then just twist, and then look the other way, like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to do it 1 minute on each side. So begin. So, we're going to go to the other side. So move the same thing, just on the opposite side for 1 more minute. Okay, so now we're going to move on to what's called a seated forward fold. What we're going to do, I'm going to sit sideways so you guys can see. So all we're going to be doing is just putting your hand behind your back, keeping that straight, and just folding down. Depends on how far you can go. I can't get that far. I'm not that flexible. But if you can get all the way to the ground, that's awesome. If not, just how far you can get and just pull your hands behind your back. hold them, and just do that. So we're gonna begin. If this is a little bit too much for you, you can always just rest it on your back. That's okay too. And we're gonna hold this for 1 more minute. Remember, you can just do it on the back, or you can raise it up. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our next one. Next one is gonna be a cat/cow pose. So you're gonna be up on your hands and knees, and then you're just gonna be arcing your back up, and then pressing your back in, and arcing back up, like that. So remember, you're gonna inhale, and then bring your stomach up, and then you're gonna exhale, and then arc your back. So let's start. We're gonna do this for 2 minutes. So just constantly moving with your breath. So just in, out. Okay, so we're gonna go to our next one. Next one is gonna be a downward dog. I'm sure all you guys know what this one is. So you're just gonna be on hands and knees again, and then raise up, like so. We're gonna hold that for 1 more minute. So raise that up. Next time we're gonna do a three-legged downward dog. So what that is, you're gonna be in a downward dog position, like so, and you're just gonna raise your leg up. Try to keep your centered leg that's on the ground a little as flat as you can, instead of raising your tippy toes. Try to keep it as flat as you possibly can, and just raise the leg up like that. So we're gonna do that 3 seconds each side. So we'll start with right foot on the ground and left foot in the air. Hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, switch sides. I'm going to try to keep that foot on the ground as flat as you can. Okay. Next up, we're going to move to it's called a king pigeon pose. It's kind of weird. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to have, we're going to start with our right foot in the front, and then simply just have our left foot shooting in the back. So it's kind of like this, and you're just going to be laying down. So your leg at an angle, they're kind of pulled into your other thigh. And then your left leg just shooting straight out, and then just laying it straight down like this. You also put your arms on top of your head as well. I like to just do it straight out. And then we're just gonna switch on the other side, so we're gonna do it 1 minute each. So begin. Switch sides. Go again. Hold your leg in. And this will depend on how flexible you are on each side. This one I'm not as flexible. So, go down again. You can always have your leg at a bit of an angle too to help you get a better stretch. I like kind of putting mine down. I'll go down for another minute. Okay, back up. Okay, so next one we're going to do a low lunge. So we're going to be back kind of on our knees again. This time, kind of similar to a lunge, but we're not going to go all the way down on it. We're just going to go kind of keeping our knees on the ground. And then just a really simple, really easy, slow lunge. So we're going to do that 1 minute on each side. we're gonna switch sides. Let's put your opposite foot in front. Keep doing that for 1 more minute. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to move on to, we're going to go back to the three-legged downward dog. So again, that was just up in a downward dog position and with one leg out. We're going to do that again for another 30 seconds. So let's start. I'm starting with my right leg on the ground, but you can do it the way you want. Switch sides. Okay, done. And move on to our next one. It's called the Wild Thing pose. It's kind of a weird one. So we're going to be kind of on our side, and then we're going to have our right leg out and our left leg in supporting us, and then just out like this. If this is a little bit too much for you, you can always do it on your side. So if you go onto your arm, you can do it from your arm. That's a little bit easier. So remember, just keeping the right leg out flat, and then keeping your left leg kind of in at an angle, and then just raising up on that, and putting your arm out over your head. So we're going to begin. We're going to do it 1 minute on each side. So remember, if you want to do it on your arm, you can do it like this on your arm, so it's on the ground. Or if you want, you can raise it up and then use your full arm to help support yourself, like so. You can try to spread your feet apart a little bit to make it, if you want to make it a bit more difficult. We're just gonna keep your balance on that one leg, on that one arm too. Okay, switch sides. The hardest part about this one is keeping that balance on that leg, because like your arm tends to tense up a little bit. So remember, if you want, you can always go on your arm. That's a little bit easier for you. So we're gonna have our left leg out and our right leg up, like so. I'm gonna be doing this one on this side because I'm not as strong on my left arm. Because remember, yoga is all about being comfortable with what you're doing. Don't want to push yourself too hard, you might get hurt. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next pose. This one we're gonna be standing on. We're gonna be up on our feet now. We're just gonna go into a warrior two pose. So you're gonna be spread your legs, and you're gonna bend your. We're gonna start with our right leg, so you're gonna bend your leg. So you're kind of at a angled pose, and then simply just gonna put your arms up, and then look into the direction of your pointed leg. So we're gonna do that for 1 minute on each side. So with your feet, you want to have your left leg straight out in front of you, and then your right leg facing whichever way your knee is pointing. Switch sides. So do the same thing, but on your opposite side. Okay. Next up, we're going to be on the floor. So sit down, and then we're just going to go into what's called a bridge pose. So all you're going to do is just like this. Raise up, raise your butt up off the ground. You can use your arms to support your back if you need to a little bit. Okay, just like this. And we're going to hold that for 1 minute. So just up, hold for a minute. Remember, if you want, you can kind of support your back. Whichever way feels more comfortable for you. So, second to last one, we're gonna go into what's called a child's pose. Is this one? You're just gonna be sitting on your knees, like so, and then you're just gonna be bending straight down. You can put your arms out like this, so you're resting your forehead on the floor, or you can have them up above your head, whichever way feels more comfortable. I like having mine up in front of my head, like that. But we're just gonna hold that for 2 minutes. then for our last one, it's called a corpse pose, or you can call it Shavasana, whatever one. But it's really simple. You're just gonna lay down, flat on your back, and you can have your hands, palms up on the floor, palms down on the floor, crossed over your chest, whatever you like the most. But you're just gonna simply lay here, close your eyes, just deep breaths. We're just gonna go for 5 minutes on this, or for however long you feel you need to do it. So that'll be the end of the video. So remember, if this is where you want to stop, just finish off with your corpse pose and do that for 5 minutes, or for however long you want. It's up to you. Or if you want to keep going and then get like a full 60-minute workout, this replay the video and then just do your corpse pose at the end. But other than that, that's the end of the video, guys. So thanks for watching, and remember to send a pic or video of yourself doing this to royteen@bgcweberdavis.org, and you might get a prize. So thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, now last program of the day. It is time for Cooking Club. Hey guys, welcome to DIY Cooking Club today. So, during Cooking Club each week, I'm going to teach you guys how to make some really popular recipes from your favorite fast food restaurants and different places like that. So, I know a lot of you really love going to Fizz and Swig, so I thought for today, I would teach you guys how to make a copycat recipe of Fizz's really yummy sugar cookies. So, here are the things that you will need. You will need some powdered sugar, some butter, some baking soda, some just regular granulated white sugar, some vanilla extract, some flour, some sour cream. I know that sounds kind of weird, but just roll with me on it. You're gonna need some salt. You're gonna need some eggs. You will need oil, some cream of tartar sauce, and lastly, you will need some milk. It's in this weird jar because I didn't have anything to transport it in, but this is just milk, so you'll need a few tablespoons of milk. Okay, so the first step is to get a medium-sized mixing bowl that you can put ingredients in. And first, you are going to put 2 sticks of butter into your bowl. You're going to then grab your canola oil and you're going to put 3/4 of a cup in there. Pour it in. There we go. Next, you are going to add 1 1/4 cup of just plain old sugar. Measure it out. Here's 1, and here's 1/4. Perfect. And now you are going to add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. So make sure you don't mix those two up. So I got 1/2 a cup right here and 1/4 cup right here. So that makes 3/4 cup. And then lastly, you're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of the cream of tartar sauce. Just sprinkle that over your mixture. You're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And just sprinkle it over. Okay, and just to show you guys what my mixture looks like now, I beat it with the mixers for about 1 to 2 minutes, and so you can see it's nice and fluffy. And now we're ready for the next step. Okay, now the next step, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of the sour cream. I know that sounds weird, but it's good. It's what's gonna make this taste really good, okay? So 2 tablespoons of sour cream. And then we're gonna do 2 eggs. Make make sure you don't get any shells in there, and if you do, scoop them out so no one has to eat a cookie with a shell in it. There we go, so 2 eggs. And then finally, we're gonna do a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. And then once again, we are going to use our mixer or spoon, whatever you guys are using, to get this all mixed up before we move on to the next step. Okay, so the last thing that we are going to add into our mixture is flour. And with the flour, you are going to need to put in 5½ cups. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups, and then I got a ½ cup right here. So we got 5½ cups. And so now, once again, you are going to mix this all together. If you have a mixer, mix it for a few minutes. And if you're just using a spoon, it might take a little longer, but get this all mixed up so that there's no clumps of flour just sitting in your cookie dough. So when you're all done mixing it, you should have a mixture that looks pretty similar to this one. As you can see, it's like a nice dough consistency. So now we are ready to put these in the oven and bake the cookies. Okay, so now we are ready to put these cookies in the oven. So you need to turn your oven on to 325 degrees, and then you need to get a nice flat pan. I put some aluminum foil down on it so that I won't have such a messy cleanup afterwards. And then I've got this cooking spray that I'm gonna spray on here so that the cookies don't stick to the bottom. So just a little bit will work just fine. Okay, so now you are ready to start rolling your balls of cookie dough and placing them on the sheet. So you want them to be roughly the size of a golf ball. And so mine are gonna be about that big. And I rolled it into a nice little ball. And then I'm gonna set it down on there, and I'm gonna repeat this step until I have probably 12 cookies on here. You want to make sure that these little cookie dough balls are spaced far enough apart. And so I would give each cookie dough ball about 2 inches apart from all the others. And so I can fit probably about 3 in a row, and I can maybe do 2 or 3 rows. And so I'll probably have 12 balls of dough once I am done. Perfect. All right, and for purposes of showing you kind of the next step, so you don't have to watch me roll all of those cookie dough balls, what you're gonna do is you are going to get a bowl and just put a little bit of just normal sugar in it. And then something that you are going to want to do is get a cup. This is the only cup I have on hand. Usually I'd use a different cup, but this is the cup I have. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna spray the bottom of your cup a little bit so that the sugar will stick to it. And then you are gonna go right above your ball of dough and press down. And you are gonna do this to each little ball. And I'll just show you the 4 that I have ready, but then you guys can do the 12. So this is what they should look like once you have pressed the cup into them. Here are what all my cookies look like together. I lied, I couldn't fit 12 on there, only 9. But now that my oven is ready and heated up, I'm going to put them in the oven for, I'm gonna start out at 8 minutes and check on them. And if they need a little bit longer to cook, then I'll do maybe another minute, but start out cooking them for 8 minutes. Okay, and while you have those cookies in the oven, it would be a really good time now to make the frosting for them. So, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to first add, in a separate bowl, a 3/4 cup of butter. So this is 1.5 sticks. Oh, doesn't want to come out. Okay, 1.5 sticks. Next, you're gonna put in more sour cream. Hope you guys trust me on this. So you need 2 tablespoons of it. There we go. 2 tablespoons of it. Just do it, okay? And then you will need 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract. We also use this for the cookies. A little bit more. Bloop. There we go. And then we are gonna need 1 tablespoon of the milk. And as you guys can probably recall, I brought it in this weird container. And you know what? My tablespoon is still dirty from the sour cream, so I'm gonna use my teaspoon. And if you guys don't know, 3 of these teaspoons make 1 tablespoon. So I'm just gonna scoop out 3 teaspoons of milk to make 1 tablespoon. And then the last thing that we need in here is the powdered sugar. So now for powdered sugar, I am going to add 6 cups. And this is gonna make quite a bit of frosting, and so if you are not wanting to make that much, cut this recipe in half, okay? So you'd only have to use 3 cups. There's 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Oh, it's getting full. And messy. Oh my gosh. And 6. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to my mixer. I cleaned it off from all the cookie dough, and now I'm going to mix this so it makes a nice frosting mixture. Okay, so after you get your frosting all mixed up, it should be nice and fluffy and look very similar to how frosting looks when you buy it from the store. And here is the finished product. I got the cookies out of the oven. They needed to stay in there about a total of 9 minutes. So a minute longer than I thought. So 9 minutes. And then I got them out and I let them cool off a little bit, and then I frosted them. And then as you can see, I decided to put some sprinkles on them because why not? And so these are super good. I did test one out and it tastes a lot like how a fizz cookie tastes. And so if you guys do make these at home, send a picture to me because I want to see how your guys' turn out. So send a picture to royteen@bgcweaverdavis.org. All right, you guys, that's Club for the day. Thanks everybody for showing up and participating. I can't wait to see all your submissions, and we will see you next Tuesday for virtual programming.